Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, the Eaton Squad. My name is Addie. So for today's video, let's talk about the travel requirements for foreign nationals entering the Philippines as a tourist, 13A, 9A visa, and SRRV. This is for arrival and departure process for the month of February 2025. Details coming. So it's the new month. Let's update the travel requirements for foreign nationals entering the Philippines this month, February of 2025. Let's start with foreign nationals entering as a tourist and the 9A visa protocols. This is for arrival and departure. Later on, I will be discussing the 13A and SRRV travel requirements as well. So for tourists, this is the basic requirements that you guys need to enter the Philippines. First, of course, your valid passport. It should have at least 6 months of validity because this is a ground for denied boarding if your passport's validity is less than 6 months. So it's really important that you guys check your passports before even booking that flight. Next, of course, plane ticket. You're not going anywhere without your plane ticket. So for plane ticket, there are rules for foreign nationals entering the Philippines as a tourist, especially if you guys are staying more than 30 days or your return date is more than 30 days. It's best to purchase an onward ticket to your next destination or an exit ticket or what they so-called throwaway ticket to satisfy this requirement. Just remember, this is only if your return date is more than 30 days. If you're staying in the Philippines for 2 weeks, 3 weeks max, then your return date is good. Valid entry visa, yes, this is required for nationals entering the Philippines coming from the visa required countries like Bangladesh, Pakistan, India. If you guys are nationals of this country, unfortunately, this is a visa required country. You have to apply for the visa first before you can enter the Philippines. To those of you coming from the visa free countries, under the Executive Order 408, you guys don't need the visa on hand to enter the Philippines. This is like America, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada. Your visa will be given to you upon arrival, and this is for 30 days. If you tend to extend your stay in the Philippines for more than 30 days, you can apply for your visa extension at the nearest Bureau of Immigration in your area, or you can do this online. And of course, e-travel is still required. I highly suggest to do your e-travel within 72 hours prior to your departure. That way, you guys don't have any delays or experience any hassle or stress at the airport because you did not do this requirement. So make sure to do this 3 days prior you depart. You can either print the QR code or save it on your phone. To those of you who are using e-travel for the first time, you must have an account. You can create an account with e-travel. This particular process can be done at any given time. It doesn't have to be within 72 hours prior to your departure. So for example, you're not flying to the Philippines in the next few months, you can do your e-travel account creation now. Then log back in when you are getting ready to depart from your country of origin, going to the Philippines to generate that QR code. So it's really important that you guys do your e-travel registration. So those are the basic travel requirements for foreign nationals entering the Philippines as a tourist and 9A visa holders. To those foreign nationals traveling with their Filipino wife, dual citizen, or former Filipino, you guys are eligible to avail for the Balikbayan program. This is a 1-year Balikbayan visa. It's important that you guys are traveling together, and most specifically, you guys gets processed together during your immigration upon arrival into the Philippines, so you guys can avail for the Balikbayan visa. Make sure to give the immigration officer a heads up if you guys are availing for the Balikbayan program. and prepare for proof of affiliation if you are traveling with your foreign spouse, that is your marriage certificate, or if you are traveling with your foreign kids, that is their birth certificates. For 13A and SRRV, travel requirements when entering the Philippines is pretty much the same with the basic requirements. That is your valid passport. Make sure that it has at least 6 months of validity in it, because the 6 months rule still applies to you guys even if you are a resident of the Philippines already. Of course, your plane ticket. One of the perks of being a resident visa in the Philippines, you can fly to the Philippines on a one-way ticket. Your ACRI card is very important for 13A visa holders upon entering into the Philippines. And this is also a PRA ID for SRRV. Make sure those are on hand when entering the Philippines under this category. Of course, e-travel is still required, so make sure to register. Like I said earlier, make sure to register within 72 hours prior to your departure. That way, no delays, no hassle on your part during your arrival process into the Philippines. Onward ticket doesn't apply to you guys because, as I've said earlier, you can even fly to the Philippines on a one-way ticket. Some departure reminders for this category for foreign nationals exiting the Philippines as a tourist: 9A, 13A, and SRRV. Exit clearance certificate is very important for foreign nationals, specifically if you have stayed in the Philippines for 6 months or more. So let's be specific. If you have stayed in the Philippines for less than 6 months, this doesn't apply to you. But if it does, you have to secure this document at the nearest Bureau of Immigration. This is also available online, and this is also available at the one-stop shop at Terminal 3, third floor. I highly recommend, if you guys are getting this at the airport, make sure that you have a lot of layover time to process this document. That way you don't miss your flight. The other one is travel tax. This also applies depending on your duration of stay in the Philippines. For foreign tourists, 9A and SRV, this only applies to you if you have stayed in the Philippines for 1 year or more. For 13A, as a resident visa of the Philippines, regardless of how long you stayed in the Philippines, whether it's 2 months, 3 months, or more, even more than a year, you must pay for travel tax. You can pay this online if you don't want to stand in line at the airport, or they have a counter at the airport for you to pay for travel tax. Remember, they do extra charges for travelers paying travel tax on their debit or credit card, any card payments. They do charge 1.30% fees. If it's cash, it's as is. I know some of you will ask, on e-travel for foreign passport holders, this is not required anymore when you guys are departing the Philippines. This is only required when you enter the Philippines. So please take note of that, because this is probably one of the most asked question in the channel. As a foreign passport holder, no need for e-travel anymore when departing from the Philippines. So to some of you who are still asking about travel insurance, this is now optional. So it's really up to you if you want to avail for the travel insurance when you travel to and from the Philippines. If you guys can afford it, if you guys can still squeeze this travel expenses to your budget, I would highly suggest to avail for travel insurance. Just make sure to buy the travel insurance that you can use in the Philippines, because there are travel insurance that you cannot use overseas. So buy that travel insurance that you can use in case of emergencies in the Philippines. For unvaccinated travelers, we still have inquiries on this, and this has long been lifted by the Philippine government. They don't require any more RT-PCR test or antigen for unvaccinated. You guys can enter the Philippines freely without doing any of these protocols anymore. SRRV are exempted on the exit clearance certificate, as well as those foreign nationals who are admitted in the Philippines under the Balikbayan program. This is the 1 year visa. So Exit clearance certificate is not required. You don't need to secure this even if you have stayed more than 6 months in the Philippines. So this is pretty much the travel requirements for foreign nationals entering and departing from the Philippines as a tourist, 9A visa, 13A and SRRV for the month of February 2025. Please be guided on these travel requirements and make sure you guys get this ready when you travel to and from the Philippines. And to those of you who have just traveled to the Philippines recently, if you guys can share your travel experience in our community, what documents they ask from you, what are the process during arrival and departure from the Philippines. If you guys could share that, I would really appreciate it. So this is the latest. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, or inquiries with regards to this video or in any of our travel related videos, please comment it down below and I will try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. Again, guys, thank you so much for the continued support and trust to our channel and to our family. I hope to see you on our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone.